Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Libertalia by Paolo Mori and published by Marabunta Games. Now, this game is right up my alley. Seth brought it over, we started playing it, and I really enjoyed it. This is like the ultimate play for initiative, order of operation games, right? Like whether it's like perhaps Strife or even Walk the Plank, or all these games where you're not necessarily programming games, but games where you're playing cards to try to have initiative over other players to go ahead of them and see what happens. And this is just sort of like they took that idea and we're just like, we're going to go all the way and make this huge game. Now, because of that, it's not so entry. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but there's a lot to wrap your head around. But the more you play, the more you get into it. Essentially, every player has a deck of what is it? 30 card deck of unique characters, all with unique abilities, all with unique timing and initiative, right? 30. You're going to start the game with a player randomly selecting 9. All players get the same 9 to start, but then you're only going to play 6 a day. So basically, as you play, you all have the same to start, but then over time, based on what's being used and what isn't being used, you're going to, it's going to get more and more, everyone's going to start having different decks. It's not really deck building because it's sort of what you aren't using, but it's just changing sets of cards, and it really makes for interesting play and dynamics and really thoughtful from a player. Basically, everyone's playing cards in the hopes of winning treasure and perhaps having initiative, but the different cards, all come out. They're all characters on a pirate ship. You're pirating, right? So you can get the cook, get a parrot. Now, one player isn't going to play them all, but each player is going to play a different one, and these are all organized one in order because we wanted to have set up. But they all get laid out, and then basically based on, first is you have sort of initiative where you order them based on their number, and then from there, there's a day phase where abilities go off, then there's a collection phase, and you're getting goods, and you get to see what's going to come up. But basically, some goods are bad, some are good. So collecting first is really important, but so abilities, order of operation on collection, new abilities and nighttime abilities, then scoring. You're really just trying to get up, and cards let you, hurt people in the line, collect from people who have been discarded, get people from your sort of played characters that weren't discarded, and just all sorts of reverse. If no one else played this card, you get X. Like, it's all that. It really is. Like, if you like Walk the Plank, if that's like a cool game, but you're like, I wonder what like a denser, more complicated, like sophisticated version of that. You just that's like this game, and again, 30 cards is a lot to wrap your head around, especially when they all interplay with each other, right? It's bonkers, but it works well, and if you play it, it has a lot of game in there. So I just started playing this game and was like, this is awesome. But so anyway. It is straightforward. You're just playing cards. There's a resolution and a bunch of resolutions, but there are a lot of them. Certainly recommended, especially if you like those other games I mentioned, and you like that idea of playing for initiative to see who gets to do their ability and how that gets the guy in front of you and what card comes next and all that stuff. So, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.